Good catch.
Hello, everyone. Woo, it's been quite the day. We've been, you know, to Arlington and back. Oh, crazy hair. Second round of makeup. We went to a funeral today. Sang some songs. Tried to keep a 6-year-old in line during a church service.
Yeah, kind of long one.
a little long. I mean, it feels long, especially with a kiddo that's, you know, trying to...
I don't know how they keep her focused at school. It just absolutely amazes me that...
It's beyond amazing.
And then I just think about 20 others of them in the room that are the same, and it just makes me kind of have the heebie-jeebies.
Heebie-jeebies? I'm going to try to square you up a little bit.
Flexibility, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, welcome to Thursday Thoughts. This is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together,
we are PM Artist Studio. I did get to sing some good songs today.
She's a good little singer.
Izzy
really wasn't into that. I think her thought was that she didn't know those songs. She wasn't into it.
Yeah.
Guess we need to put some hymns in the car.
Wow. Yeah.
Get her note up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they did sing a couple, but most of them, you know, were not like in my top 10.
Of hymns.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was a very nice service.
It was
very sweet. Some little chuckles, which I always appreciate, you know, when it doesn't all just doom and gloom.
Yeah, they're a family of singers. So
they are. Oh, yes.
It was really
surprised by all that. There you go. That's what we've been doing.
Yep, that's what we've been doing.
Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, I do not know that you are here, and I will not be able to say hello to you. If you do not want to say hello, that's totally fine. Do give those thumbsy upsies. Hang out in the background. There's plenty of seating back there. That's cool.
Yeah.
Sneak on in. Just put your head through the door. That's all fine.
Chill.
Let's say hello to people.
Yeah.
We got Apple a Day. Arkansas Crazy Quilter. Arkansas Crazy Quilter. Is it Dawn? See, why do I don't know why I have my little brain is very tired today. And I had to drive, which is something I do not do very often. I think I do a pretty good job. P did have some thoughts about it afterwards. I think it's Dawn. I do apologize.
She backed her chair up over my hat.
Yeah, that was in the driveway. That wasn't like, no, that was like, you know, me in the car and my chair. Anyway, Candy, Carrie, Dana, Denise, Diane, Eddie, Estella, Fidget's here. Fran's here. Griffin Shield, that's Rhonda, Jamie, Janice Marie, Joni, Judy P, Kathy, Carrie, Mary Ellen, Pages of an Art Journal, that's Christina, Patricia Lee. I think we actually have 2 Patricias here. And we also have the mowers here. That's exciting. I was hoping they were going to be done. Paula, Penka, Sarah, Star Traveler, that's Linda, Susan Dufresne, the Castiglias, that's Kim, the Shelley Studio, that's Margot. Margot just did a video. I saw that you did the video. I haven't watched it yet, Margot, but I will. And we've got Tina, Tracy, Trish, Wendy, and if Trish is here, that means Evie is on her way or already here. I don't know why it's being slow on that. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, good. I thought so, but then I was just like having little doubts myself. Alright, am I going topside? Are you going to thought some things? It is Thursday Thoughts.
Thursday thoughts are flexibility.
Flexibility.
Yeah.
What are we?
You're going to flex your creative problem-solving muscles.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I used to tell my kids, use it or lose it.
That's right. Your brain is a muscle too, right?
It's a great big one.
It's a great big one. Well,
great big one that, well.
Hello, Barbara. Oh, I'm sorry you're feeling under the weather. That's no fun. Yeah.
It isn't. We know we've been there. Well, remember I told you I was going to do this whole thing with skewers?
Skewers.
Barbecue thingies. That you do want to remember to soak beforehand because if you don't, they'll burn up.
That's
if
you're, yeah, if you're barbecuing.
If you're barbecuing. Hey, this doesn't work.
The kebabbing.
Kebabbing. This is not too bad. I mean, look at that.
I think those are fantastic.
I think they're...
Oh, I should go topside. I'm telling you.
I'll get it there, the technology.
I'm going to Give me one of those sticks.
I'm not giving you a stick. I'm going to sharpen that one a little bit.
Why are you
There we
sharpening
go.
it? Why are you sharpening it?
Because there was some goopy stuff on the end of it and it messed up my end.
Oh.
Somebody would have been using it as a paint stick.
Ah.
All right, so what I did here, let me just back it up a little bit. Can you see that? I glued that little strip down, and now I'm proceeding to roll.
Hi, Catalina.
And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another little bit of glue, and then I'm going to cut it. But I've tried cutting it and then adding the glue.
No, because
That's not such a good idea.
you got to mess with that little flappy bit. This is brilliant. That's a good little tippy trick right there.
That is a good little tippy trick right there. And let me tell you what, I tried it both ways. Now, I'm still going to have to add some glue, but it's not going to come unrolled while I'm figuring that out. There's my glue. I still haven't gotten a thing out here.
I'm watching you.
Are you?
I see. I put my finger on the tip of it so that it guides it in. That's how I do it.
And then you just cut it off.
He said, if someone came in right now, they'd think you were rolling some sticky icky. I don't know what that is. What is that? Eddie.
Hey,
He doesn't know what that is either.
Back in the day.
Oh.
My hand-eye coordination was a little better back then, too.
Hi, Cindy. Hello, Diane and Sonia.
You know, and that's kind of a ragged cut there, but it's not going to matter. Because what happens is it sort of just disappears into the beauty
Hello,
of
Sandra.
tissue paper. And if you get too much on, it's no worries. It dries clear. And I figure the glue is also, you know, it's another factor. It kind of stiffens it.
Yeah. Or adds texture.
Yeah.
You know.
One or the other. And I mean, you know, you can always come back in. Now, the whole thing about this is, I had to get another stick out because if you don't have your stick peeking out the end, it's kind of hard to fetch it out.
You need a two-stick situation.
It's a two-stick situation here.
You could make your paper shorter. It's a thought.
No, I want a long paper, and it really helps if you haven't glued
Up your end.
the stick to the...
Oh, God. I'm so glad you have your glasses on. Did y'all see that? She about poked her eye out.
Well, you know, I rolled two perfectly good ones there, and then
Get it on camera and
then
it's all gummed up.
everything goes to hell.
Thank you. This is like trying to eat a pixie stick, you know? After a while, it gets all gooed up. You have to keep pulling.
Soggy on the ends.
Yeah.
Well, this could explain part of the problem. I got a big old bunch of glue right on the end of there.
That's a pixie stick clog right there.
Well, I do apologize. Like I
Aw,
said,
Julie. Yeah, that is a bummer.
the thought for the day is flexibility.
Flexibility.
Well, I may have to, you know, gut this baby and start over.
Cut it. Cut open like a little.
Like a eel.
Yeah.
Okay, try not to glue your stick to your paper. Works a lot better.
Ugh. You're gonna have to peel it back some more.
I'm gonna get my pliers out.
There you go. She wasn't gonna give up any more than she had to on that thing.
Well, I knew it was mostly on this end. And I mean, you know, I got a little roughly, but that's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Oh.
Well, now, see, we may have learned something here. If you scoot it down and kind of...
Do that on the next one. Crinkle it.
Oh, just put this back in here and scoot it down some more. We'll see if we can retro wrinkle. Well, I should have started with the blonde hand.
Yes.
Oh, I'll just do another one. Oh,
Yeah, I think
that's
so.
Cool.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
another thing learned. If you want to crinkle, crinkle before pulling it out.
Yeah, crinkle before you yank your stick out.
It's usually how it should go anyway, I think.
It is.
Hello, Sandy. I'm glad you're back again. That makes me happy.
All right, now I've got kind of a little... you probably should try to get rid of those because those could cause you some definite grief here on the home front. Okay, I'm going to give it a little wider berth this time.
You got too much glue up in your business.
I got too much glue up in my business. But I don't want to waste my paper because I'm hoping to get 5 out of this.
Don, we just figured that out.
I think it's just going to cut it. It's going to be cutting it really, really close. So.
Sandy, some days are better than others.
Isn't that the truth? Okay.
When we're being kind of sucky as far as creative, we're trying to be funny at least.
Yeah,
we try to fill it in.
Yeah. Okay, so before Mariah turns on the thing, you know, and we do our little hello.
Hello, we're live.
Hello, kitty. How's it going? Kind of thing.
Hi, Z.
Okay. So she said, well, if we're not informative, we need to be funny today because I hit us up on entertainment.
Oh, yeah, because it has little category things. I try to say that we're educational most of the time, but today it was just defaulted to entertainment. And I needed to click the thing because it was already late. I don't know if y'all noticed that or not, but and I was just sitting here just staring because I'm like, I just need a little minute.
Okay, I'm going to try to keep the stick, the flat end down here where I can fetch it out. Y'all all understand fetch it out?
Fetch it out.
It's good Southern terminology there that one should
all right, Judy.
have in their repertoire. All right, whoopity-doo there. Okay, now I'm going to fold past
Also,
that.
yeah, don't make it too tight because I think if you want to scrunch it, you're going to get better scrunch if it's not so tight.
It's loosey-goosey.
Yeah. It's a thought. That's my thought for the day.
All right,
Don't
I
get
backed
it too
it,
tight
I backed
so you
it
can
out and
scrunch
didn't, and I'm not going to loosey-goosey it.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Because you need some area to be able to scrunch. I think the reason I know a lot about this is I put a lot of clothes on a wiggly kid. I tell you,
I was putting her shirt on yesterday. Okay, so we're in the closet. And
she can dress herself, but it just takes forever.
And she's just yammering and talking about this and that and yada yada. And you're just like, could you just focus and stick your arms in the armholes and your head in the head hole?
Well, and I think the poor kid's slightly confused because, like, all three of us kind of have a different way to go about, like, getting a shirt on. Which, who knew? Brad's like, Brad wants her to kind of go in all at the same time. And I'm like, no. No, head first, then let's do arms. Because at least we know we're centered up.
Well, we were just, okay, it was one of those shirts that, boy, this is kind of, I need to not.
Oh, Apple, I have something to show you. Then, hold on. I can't
What?
grab this because she said that she used to make baskets out of woven magazine.
Oh, yeah. Brad has some very interesting aunts. You know, they're from the Philippines. And they're a sweet family. And I've just met the girls. I've never met the dudes in the family. Here's the girls.
I'll show both of those. Now, isn't that amazing?
I think it's absolutely amazing. This little crisscrossing thing here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, is the round one mine or no? The square one's mine. Because we both bought one.
No, I don't think either one of them's yours. I thought they were. That one's the baby's. I think you bought the round one.
Okay. Because this was more. It was more colorful.
Yeah.
But aren't they just wonderful? And look at the bottom there. Isn't that cool?
Isn't that cool? Yeah.
I can't imagine how much time was spent in those.
Yeah.
But I do, I just, this is what, I'm sure that this is kind of...
A similar thing. Now, I think you actually probably, they're less hollow.
Yes, they're more solid. Okay,
Yeah.
here we go. We're scrunching down our stem. And actually, you can scrunch from both ends.
Yeah. But you see where you had more, where it was a little more loosey-goosey on that one end, it was easier to scrunch.
Yes, ma'am. You are correct. The other day, I don't usually read the comments unless Mariah tells me to. Well, you kind of lose your scrunchie when you pull it out, but I guess that's okay. It's still got,
If you leave it loosey-goosey
It's
enough,
tubey.
you can shoot it off the one end.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Tips
Well,
and tricks, y'all. Tips
I
and
just,
hold it up in the technology so they can really appreciate the scrunch.
can you see it?
Especially if you hold it still for a second. No, it's going limp.
It's welting on me.
Gotta hold it right. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Okay, well, I just figured this could be stems. It could be stems that go to the, all right, I think y'all got that, right? Do I need to do another one? I think I can get I'm pretty sure I can maybe even get 2 more out of there.
Yeah.
This is and I was bound and determined to use this dead-gum paper because I spent hours on this thing. Getting paint in different places and whatnot, and I think this is wonderful. And then
Hi, Bucky.
Mariah found these
You want me to do that?
no, I'm bound and determined.
Okay, there you go. I can see it great over there. If I got it right up to my eyeballs, we'd have a problem too.
Okay, so now here's the next problem. The thing I have observed, because Mariah found these pictures for me, and I thought these were really great. A lot of times, if you will notice the stem,
You don't see stems typically.
stems are a whole different color than the leaves a lot of times. I mean, so I'm not going to worry about that business.
Well, and I'm thinking you're not going to show a ton of stem either.
Well, I am going to show some stems. I have to attach my leaves to something. But look at this color that we've got going here. See that color?
Mm-hmm.
That is the color that we have right here. Look at that.
And your bracelets match that whole thing.
Boy, they do, don't they?
Yeah.
Also been looking at containers.
Be camouflaged in that room.
Yeah.
Hide over in the corner.
I don't, I don't know. I'm really not feeling that arrangement.
No, it's a little Christmassy, I think.
Well,
It's wintry. The other one.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, that one's
yes,
more
it's-
wintry.
Yes, definitely. But see, they've got grasses in here. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
I think I have to just,
Draw those in. They're wispy.
maybe so. But now see, here's some of the little
Hey, Devin.
umbelliferae
Yes.
things. And this is a nice little trumpety looking thing. And this is an allium, I think, onion. And look, here's some little seed pods.
Yeah, like
We could make
cranberries.
cranberries. Yeah.
Kind of.
And I think these leaves look like grapes.
They do.
Grape leaves.
Just make some domas.
And here's
Hey, Jeanette.
there's a couple of those. What are they called? It's right on the tip.
Rose hips, Diane says.
Oh, rose hips up there. Yeah, probably so. Or some other kind of little. And here's another Queen Anne. And a dahlia. A couple of those. Oh, these are dahlias. I think that may be a peony.
Yeah.
But I really don't, I don't know about how to get some of those effects, but I think I'm having some ideas on how to get the twiggy part of the leaf.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do have that brown paper, and it's fairly substantial. And I might go ahead hit it with another couple, or maybe just get some heavier duty, use the Jack Richardson paper. Because if I think that would make better stems because it's stiff.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Now, I think we're, kind of like
Yeah.
on the same page there. And overlapping them, you're not going to have every leaf doesn't have to have a stem, just some of them. The rest of them you're not going to see the stem because
That's what
another leaf's covering it up.
I was saying.
Oh, well. Thank you, Mariah.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just paraphrasing. Okay, here's some more. Fleurs.
This one, I really like this.
Yeah, I do like the fern leaf. I don't know how to make that happen.
Oh, yeah. We'll be here another week.
We'll be here another week. And I love this little hairy ball dude here. Like that little thing.
Hold it up.
There's lots of interesting things. So when you really start, studying this whole thing with flowers, which I'd look at a magazine and go, oh yeah, that's nice. Move right along. Look at the coloration on that. And then
Thanks, Devin.
come over here and look at the weird shape of that leaf. So, and I love these little barberry hooty-doo things.
Yeah.
I like those a lot. And you know what that is? I think it's Joe Pye weed.
How do you know these things?
Because we had one of those in Lubbock. And I looked it up, and it's a natural occurring plant. The berries, are
I remember.
poisonous.
Oh, yes.
Remember?
That hedge all along the house.
Yeah, it had those.
Oh, yeah. I used to love picking those berries and,
Yeah, well, they were poisonous, and I guess you didn't eat any.
No, I think you used to tell me that. But I sure did like playing with them. Just putting them in little cups and pretending like you were going to eat.
Mariah was great on mud. She was a mud pie making. Yeah, she was. All right, well, I feel this was a successful.
Oh, and Devin says she likes the reflection in the vase.
Yeah.
That's nice, yeah.
That is.
Hello.
They don't have
Carol.
any flower petals down here. I wish that they did. I think they put their little thing here, and they didn't want to. But I have seen some that would use that. Okay, I don't know really what to do with this right now. I don't want to lose it because I want to add it to my study. All right, now what's next? Oh, I wanted to share this with you. As we started on this the last time, remember?
That's with Fran's new stencil, the sponge skin.
Yeah, okay. Well, I started out with the big one, remember? And then you can see, look at all my different colors there.
That looks lovely, too. It kind of reminds me of that one little vase thing downstairs that you...
Oh, yeah.
I think, did Bobby Weed make those? And then we spray painted them. Well, you spray painted them.
I spray painted. If I don't like the color of something, I just spray paint it.
True that.
And I don't have any qualms about it at all. Okay, I think that this does speak, because somebody says tiger lily. So I'm kind of jazzed about that.
Do you have a reference to tiger lily?
Well, there's a lily there, but it's not, and I think that it's what I used my other, based my other lily that I have off of that. But I don't have a reference for the tiger lily. So I might need to get that.
There's some Carrie's little leaves.
I am, and I'm going to gel plate through them because I thought it'd be kind of a...
If you give me your phone, I will look up a picture and at least kind of give you a...
Oh, okay.
It's nice to have a visual reference.
It really is. Okay, so I'm going to, and I wanted to do this, and I wanted to see if I can, I've got a little bit of that kind of rusty out there. And remember that one picture of that one leaf that I showed you where it was green and kind of had some rust on it? That's what I'm going to try to achieve here. Okay. Oh, I should just go ahead and talk about these stencils, then I can get them out of here.
That's right.
They're kind of...
Brad's been very busy. He's been feeling very geometric.
Boy, I'll say. But I love this. Look at this.
And they kind of make little, we thought it kind of went with the Blooms thing. They are lotus-like in their geometricness, but lotus-like.
Well, and then we have the C's, the rounded C's.
What are you talking about? Yeah.
Well, I have them. I'm looking at them right here. C of C's.
Oh, yes, CFCs, yes. But this is hexagonal lotus flower.
And I think that, here's what I envision. And Brad and I have talked about this, and I think I've got him on board. Because the last couple of times he's
not here today.
Indulged
so
me.
We can talk about him.
Yeah, we can.
They're still at the funeral stuff.
Okay, so you start off with your big one, and then you go with this one, and look at that. Isn't that trippy? And of course, and there's this one. It's a little more. It's different. It's big ones, but can you see that he's created these little little flowery fanny out shapes there?
Yes.
I just think that's so cool. Well, the big one has that too. But
So that's available in the shop, and it's not exclusive or anything like that. Just
yeah, this just
available.
It's something Brad came up with yesterday. I want him to work on my starfish and
Yeah, the stamps.
seashell stamps.
Stamps are always a little more,
I know he's been doing some trials.
Yeah.
And I don't know where he is in that. And I try not to ask him because
And the thing is,
it's really just best that you don't, because he feels pressured very easily, and he can. Yeah. Then he'll just do something else because he's tired of you yammering at him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where were we here? Okay, I need to get these out of here. So
Pete's phone needed a little, update.
Well, I've generated enough paper here that I won't have to forever.
There, look at that.
Ever. Oh, well, look at all those petals. And then it's got those little long, skinny things coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hold those for me?
Yeah.
I had to take them away from their spot here because I can't get my makeshift table over here.
Oh, did you get your laser today, friend? Make sure it's in a ventilated area.
What's she doing?
And then you're going to want to really vent it anyway. I don't know if you got a vent hood for it, or we ended up getting the vent box, and Brad even ran.
Oh, yes, it's horrible. Horrible smell. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, not good. Not good. Okay, well, remember we've got this for a leaf pattern. And I just, I don't know how I'm feeling about it being really, I think it just might be a little bit too shiny.
Oh, thanks, Kathy. I don't know if you're saying we're amazing or if the people in chat are amazing.
And I want to do something with this, but I don't have any thoughts for it right now. And I think this would be some more good rolling up matter.
Rolling up matter.
And Mariah,
Yes.
can you get the one off of the line for me?
Yes, I will do that.
Thank you. Because I might go ahead and print on this and have this up there also. I'm trying to find something here. Well, and see, this has got some
That was
more.
the chair. Just wanted y'all to know that.
Okay, this is some good stuff. And this is going to go really well with...
See? Thanks, Kathy. She says yes to you and Pete, but everyone here is amazing too. Well, when she said that, I was like, I don't even know really, I might have missed the conversation that happens, and I'm like, oh, thank you. She's like, yeah, I wasn't talking to you.
Well, remember Mariah glued that down. I don't want to do anything with that, but I've got this one that I need to make some leaf material. And can you see I'm kind of leaning towards these little more limier.
Hey, Darcy's here. She can take over the naughty chair sometimes. Eddie really is. He's the I think the next in line. He's sitting right next to you, Paul.
I'm trying to find the rest of my.
Oh, wonderful! Diane says she's almost done with her June swap collab project.
Well, good on you. Can I see that picture of that lily again, please?
Mm-hmm.
What color are the leaves on it? They're more froggy. Of course, you never know because they may have done
there's
some...
different. Because here, I'll give you different. See, like look, this one.
I can't find any of my froggy green. Yeah, but I can't see any stems.
Oh, you're look here. You see that gray woody looking thing? I think that's.
Oh.
I'd say that's stem, but
well, no, I've got those.
Yeah,
leaves.
here, look. It's look.
Oh, yes, it's a very dark, and it is more in the limey green, or at least
the leaves are.
The leaves are.
Yeah.
There's that stem that's brown.
Aye, aye, Captain.
We got some brown here. It's not much brown, but I think I can hook the browns together and make those work. I'm still trying to find. Oh well, I'll just go ahead and do this, and then I'll muck about because I've got these three that I want to gel play, and that's going to give me more in the yellow range. The ones I'm ones I'm looking for that I've lost.
Paul says that Eddie tends to sit on her knee. They're good friends. See, that's why y'all are in the naughty.
Okay, let's just do this. They're here somewhere. I don't know.
I have finished my swap stuff. I have to edit video. And then P and I need to do our intro video. Because you know how the collab, that's the Makers Creative collab for those of you that may not know what we're talking about. Remember, we kind of skipped June as far as for the YouTubers. But if you, skipped May for the, so we could kind of focus video-wise on the June swap and make. May is its regular, Arty Blooms. Many of you guys have already been posting over there in Makers. That's the Makers of Mixed Media Arts Facebook group. There'll be a link here in the chat here in just a second. But, so a lot of people have already received their items. Remember, 3 items were being sent to you, and then you make something and you keep it. You make whatever you want.
I'm working on mine, but I had dismal failure on my transfer.
Oh, did that put you... That kind of usually puts her in a little bit of a mood.
I was just...
sure that you were going to kind of get something?
I was hoping to get at least, I didn't want, like, an absolutely fabulous. I just wanted a little bit of suggestion, because that I could work with, but I got absolutely nothing.
I told you I was...
I know.
So sorry.
I knew when I went into it that it probably wasn't going to work, but, I had high hopes.
I wish somebody could bring us a coffee.
I do too.
Anybody up the road, out and about. Although I don't need that, because then I'm going to be up all night.
What is today? Oh, are you going to the...
Field day? Heck no. I did that last year. And I wandered around just staring at a kid. That, no.
They don't really need you there.
No. And what's lovely is we've become friends with some of the other mothers, and they send me pictures. So I'm like, win-win. This is fantastic. Because it's hot out there. And you just basically...
And they don't really need their parents there anyway. I don't think.
A lot of times I feel like I'm in the way. Hello, Barbara.
Try to keep that over there because I really, 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 really want to do some other things to that. Okay, I'm going to try to slap this down onto this tissue paper.
Ooh.
Here.
Carrie got sidetracked by Canvas idea today.
By what?
a canvas idea.
I don't understand.
I don't know, but he's loving his canvas.
Oh.
I'm loving that you're loving it.
I'm loving that you're loving it too, and I've got to remember because I've already got a wrinkle pattern going on my brayer, which it's not necessarily good.
It's not the good kind. Oh yeah,
I love it so much. Okay, yeah. we can't dwell on the beauty of that one until I get this one down.
We can do another that in a minute.
Yeah. I really want to pick that up for two reasons. Is because I would like to continue using this plate. I don't want to have to sideline it. Well, that was less than stellar, but I mean, there's some things there.
Yeah.
And I don't know that it needs to be.
It doesn't have to be in your face.
It doesn't have to be in your face. Now, I'm going to have to go ahead and let that sit for a while, but I'm going to,
Hey, Susan.
try to hurry up and get this off of here before we have a situation.
Oh. Very nice.
Okay, well that's just another little
bit.
little layer there. But oh, I love this. I love this so much. Look at that. And remember we were talking about we've got some of that creaminess still coming through in places.
So did that red stuff, did that come off of the stencil?
No, it was on there. It was already on the print.
Interesting. Okay.
Out in the middle, remember?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Some lovely, lovely material there.
Just depends on what part of Texas you're in, Heather. Because out in West Texas, like in the Panhandle, yeah, that's dry. Like, you know, can't have enough lotion.
Yeah.
There isn't enough lotion.
There isn't enough in this. No.
But here in Dallas, it fluctuates. And the longer that you live here, the less you notice the humidity. But there definitely is.
Yes.
And then you start heading around down to Houston and, you know, the further you kind of head to the Gulf.
Yeah.
It gets real humid. Real steamy.
Now, I'm hurrying this. I really should let that dry. But I'm not going to because I need this. I need this, okay, what do we want to do there? I don't want that one. I don't want this one. This one might be a little bit yellow. Yeah, I don't want that. Okay. New piece of paper. Hopefully we're going to be able to get that off of there. Where's my rubby things?
Oh, that's a bummer.
What?
Diane says that they're already getting affected by smoke because of the fires. That could even be some of our because when the wind blows the right way and everything.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it something definitely happens around here.
Well, when they had the really bad fires in Los Alamos,
Yeah.
10 years ago or whatever, that smoke moved clear down the Front Range to even down past Albuquerque.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's that. Okay, look at what a lovely layer this is. And now I'm going to come in, I'm going to bring in a little bit more of the, where's my stencil?
Yeah, it's definitely steamy there.
Darker green. Jenkins.
Jenkins.
A little Jenkins, but we're going to give it a little bit of a knockback with some of this matte.
The old
Yeah, that stuff, you know.
That's how she's bringing in the June theme, old is new.
Yeah, I'm not having it. I'm very frustrated.
Are you guys struggling a little bit? Anybody that's
with my project?
Working on the June collab, you know, the swap and make business.
I'm having, and I've got to get I've got my ATCs done. I just haven't decided how I want to present them. You know, because everybody fancies everything all up, and I kind of feel a little pressure on that I have to, you know, at least package them or something.
Apple, in order to get your paints to do the crazing, the selling, add a flow additive to them. Some paints already, like, just by nature, will do that. The fluid acrylics, especially like the golden ones. Even some of these shuttle arts, like the color shift and the color change, they tend to do that. The more watery type paints are going to have that. And then one of the things, I think another factor to it is how recently has your plate been conditioned.
Yes.
Because that oil on there, it's oil, water, you know, then it separates and creates that little crazing business.
I didn't want to do that. Oh, sorry.
Well, it's done.
Just gonna have to do it. Just gonna have to go with it.
Yeah. Was that more Jenkins?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm gonna warm it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm going to brown it out a little bit. Give it a little shot of old quinacridone magenta.
Impasto. Okay, well, there are different impastos. Not all impastos are created equally.
Very true.
Not to say that one is necessarily better than the other, but the one in particular we have the most experience with. Sorry, my poor little brain is tired. It's tired. Is the U.S. Art Supply, which is a pretty thick one. And then our buddy here, Judy, but she said that she's probably not going to be able to chat, or if she's here right now, but her and Lisa are quite the impasto users, and you can even use it almost like a stencil butter through stencils.
Yes, you can.
But the other thing is that it's meant to mix in with paint to make it more heavy body. One of the things you want to keep in mind is that the more medium that you add into a paint, it will alter the color. Meaning, is it going to make it a little more cloudy? Now, if it's a gloss medium, obviously it's going to make it a little glossier, maybe pump up that color ever so slightly. But there is, and I think even on the Golden website, they give great information on those, you know, proportions to what's not going to affect the color so much. Was that a good explanation?
Yeah, that was excellent. I don't like this is sucky.
Oh, I kind of like it.
Well, we're going to go ahead and pull it just because I'd like to get it.
Kind of raccoon-y looking.
Well, I think it might be good for something. I just don't know.
That's kind of my feeling about raccoon.
It might be, if I can figure out a smaller diameter rolling thing, then I can make those little stems with paper like this.
Well, the other thing that you could do is take the ones that you've already rolled and kind of roll them in half.
Well, we should see if we could do that.
Or then, yeah, you need something thinner than the thing that you got.
Yeah, the skewer.
The other thought I was having is if you could pull some prints on, like the Jack Richardson or something, we can just chop it and make it even curl. You know, when I just slice the edge of the thing.
Oh, yeah. That's a brilliant idea, Mariah. By golly, you have them every now and then.
I do. Just talk to me.
just, yeah, okay. Let me get all the gooey. Look at the stencil.
It's thick.
It's starting to get, yeah. Okay. Let's see if we can get some of that off of there.
We've got to clean these vents. It's making me crazy. What was I going to say? Floral wire has been suggested in the chat.
Oh.
I mean, we have some. I don't know where it is. I know that we have it. I've seen it. I've come across it and been like...
I have two, and it's just been in the last little...
Yeah, last cleanup. I used to have it some even downstairs in my drawer, but I don't think that it's there anymore, but I can go look.
Well, I have a couple places to look also.
Okay.
Might maybe be some in my
Eddie says make that stencil into a trellis.
There you go. I did make a really nice. Mariah's supposed to be taking pictures of it, so.
Okay, Devin.
Okay, so focus. What am I doing now? I'm going to try to pull something with the heavy-duty Jack Richardson paper so that we can have stiffer stems.
Stiffer stems.
Stiffer stems. Okay, so we want a reddish brown, right? Don't you think?
Yes.
All right, what do you think about this? Maybe a little more purpley stuff in with it?
Well, so a lot of the ones that I'm seeing here are really more like, I mean, it's almost Van Dyke brown. I mean, look at that. With a greenish tone. So.
It's a dark green.
Yeah. It could be Jenkins. Jenkins.
Could be Jenkins, but I see, what I also see in there is I see a little bit of purple.
Yes. Agreed with that as well. También.
So we'll have a little bit of this. Violet oxide, because Fran had this, I had to have it.
Because Fran had it, she had to have it.
I was like, what is that color? I love that color. It makes a really good... Oh, I need to do some maintenance on my box.
Yeah, your box is blowing out on the side. I told you that last stream.
Well...
And I think it's causing some issues with other things.
Yeah, I think it is too. It's like interfering with the roly properties of my... Okay, we've got a little Jenkins in there. Let's get a little bit of...
What was the reddish one? Turk's Cap? That's what Fran said. I don't think that's what it is.
Violet oxide.
Golden.
Yeah, remember you had it first. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit of black in here. I was going to use purple, and then I thought, you know, I just might as well go ahead and use black.
Oh, definitely, Sonia. We'd love to see them.
Now, do you think I should texturize this at all?
What are you saying to me, Fran? Is that Turk's Cap? No. Lily. Mariah. What are you saying to me, Fran?
Hey, look at that color, Mariah.
That's a
nice?
tiger lily stem if I've ever seen one.
Frickin' spot on. Wonderful.
Love it. Oh.
Add a little variety to the
shadow technique there.
Mix. And where's my dadgum paper? Oh, have it down here. Okay, here we go. Oh, this reminds me, I've been watching, well, I watched one of Art Whisperer, because somebody said something about it.
Yeah, I've reached out to him. He's not been real responsive.
Well, I can tell you why.
You think it's the...
He's old. You can tell by his voice. The picture that he's got in the thing does not match his voice.
I reached out to him both on Instagram and on via his email.
That isn't what he's about. He is only about making art, and he really isn't interested in
chit-chatting and community.
he is not.
All right, I'll try not to be offended by that.
Don't be offended at all, because that is my read on the whole situation there.
Okay, well then you can give him some airtime. What's up?
Well, I was watching what, you know, he uses fancy print paper. You know, like la-di-da stuff that the real printmakers use.
Yeah, the big stuff too.
Big stuff. He said he was using his last piece of Fabriano, and he was really happy because he was tired of it anyway, and it's cheap paper. And so then he said, I think Somerset. I thought, well, I need to get some of that. I don't know if it's super, super expensive. My problem is, the way I go through paper,
yeah,
it really doesn't make sense for me to spend.
Where he's building up, I've watched him.
Yeah,
he's building up for one big, awesome piece that's going to be framed.
Yes, and he
collages on the plate.
Yes, he collages on the plate,
well,
but he also collages off the plate once he finishes all of the gel printing. Pardon me. Then he comes in with his things that he's created with the gel plate.
Somerset printmaking papers are not cheap, Deb C says.
Yeah, I kind of figured that they probably weren't. Okay, I think this is going to make some lovely stems. So I'm going to pass this off to Mariah, and she's going to...
well, I need the cutter.
Oh, the cutter's over here.
Yeah, you got the cutter.
I got the cutter.
Hold on, lady. One second. I got to move things around.
All right, now we need to get on this
Am I making these
tiger
right?
lily.
Am I making these right now, or I don't have to make these?
You don't have to make those right now. No, I'm just giving it off to you because I really think you're a better cutter on the machine than I am.
I agree with that.
Okay, now can you get me that tiger lily
picture again?
I
got you.
All right, since this is mostly the same everywhere, I can draw on the back and still, okay, so we need some kind of things that are shaped like this.
Look, crab claws.
Crab claws.
That's what I thought.
Crab claws.
What's
Okay.
the crab?
Crab claws.
Actually, I don't like crab. I like crawfish.
Okay, I'm trying to utilize most of my paper that I possibly can. So you know, I'm gonna like hit on the edge, and I'm gonna try to make these. Can I see how are they?
Here, why don't can I lean it up here?
Yeah, I need to lean
That's
that
too
down.
heavy.
Okay, so it's kind of, it comes here and then it bends back, and then it kind of has a little oomphy thing. Okay. That's a petal. Then we have another petal that's over here that goes back, and then it bends around and it comes down a little bit right there, and then it comes back around and it comes in thin there. Okay. We have another one here.
I'm holding up the picture. Play my part. Welcome to those of you that have come in. Please do say hi in the chat so we
And
can
then
say
there's
hello
some
back.
other stuff in the background there, you know, another one in the background. I don't know, I can't see the other side of it, so I'm just going to have to go with that. Put it on the back side, we're not going to see any of that. Then we've got another one over here where we're going to have this part coming out from behind another leaf that's a little thick and heavy there. Izzy hooked me up with erasers.
Oh, Sonia did a image transfer using a high-end adult coloring book. It worked. Very nice.
All right, so I'm going to hand this off to Mariah. She can do the fancy cutting out for me. And I'm going to grab my other sort of lily-like flower over here and see if we can make some.
Can I have the good scissors?
Sure.
Thank you.
papers.
Oh, Miriam, and I haven't been over there to watch that yet. You know, she didn't have. It sounds like Miriam didn't have much luck with the transfers. I'm telling you, it's keep at it. It'll happen.
Here is the thing. It'll happen when you least expect it. Liquitex paints.
It seems you have the best luck.
I
with
have
those.
the best luck with Liquitex paints.
Yeah.
I really honestly do, and I do not know why. I just know. Now, this is the other one I was looking for that I think will make a really interesting lily.
I think Peg also, the paints that she always uses to do transfers are Liquitex basic. Yeah, Liquitex basic.
Here's all these. And where's my really dark brown paper? Oh, here we've got this. This is good leaf material. But see, I really think these need more of the brown. Try to get some brown leaves in here. All right, here we are. Here's my
Diane Bell, she swears by Liquitex Mars Black for the transfers. And I think, you know...
But I remember I was using yellow.
Hey, my best ones were the golden fluids, which she thought I was crazy, but y'all saw it. I made it happen.
Okay, I'm going to trim these out a little bit. Kind of make them a little bit smaller and a little more wispier looking, because I think it's kind of a little bit clunky.
Hey, Diane.
And give a little more breathing room between the petals. And I don't know that it's going to make all that much difference. I'm going to keep these little parts because I think these would be cool little things to be coming off. Maybe, you know, how that thing has those.
That's funny. So Dawn says, so far the only thing she's gotten to consistently transfer, or consistent transfer results with our old tax papers with apple barrel parchment.
Hey, that's something.
Everybody's got their, I know, trust me, I get it. Because you're like, the things that you don't really, you know, care, or really the things that you want to transfer aren't, and then you get some kind of weird rando.
Okay, I think that's better. I think that it even just, you know, taking that little bit off makes a world of difference in the feel of the lily. Now I've got
Okay.
I don't know what I did with my little pods that go with this.
Ah, you should, Yolande. So yes, Yolande has used lots of, I think it was Liquitex Basics and the Artist Lofts paints for transfers.
Oh, I don't know about Artist Loft.
I think that's kind of like a Hobby Lobby or yeah,
their brand, like
either that or Michael's. It's one of those.
okay. Here's the. Okay, can you hand me the lily? Can you get the picture?
No worries, Tracy. Thanks for hanging with us today.
The lily back.
Oh yes, she needs her.
I need my photo.
It does make the process go a little faster. Printing or making them complete fantasy flowers is a bit more time consuming. There.
Okay. So now this.
It's like building a puzzle.
this goes over here. This one goes over here.
Oh, it's a cheap Michael's brand.
Oh, you know what the problem is? It's backwards. Because I drew it.
Mm-hmm.
So now I have to switch the flower all around.
Can you do that?
I don't know.
Is this something your brain can do? I can help you out here if you want me to. Hold on one second here.
And I think
using
this,
an old iPhone is like, once you've gotten used to a new one, it's very hard to like revert back. Might have to do, hey Siri, take a picture. That's what I tell Izzy. Because she always wants to take a picture of things that are on her. Seriously. Okay. Alright. Alright. I'm going to get you here in a minute.
no worries. I'm just kind of shoving things under.
There we go. Okay. Now can I...
And I don't like this. So even if I am looking at a real flower, I kind of like usually end up changing it about anyway. And I can then take this and make this come down here because I don't really have anything down here. That doesn't matter because that's going to be tucked under anyway.
Look at me. Even on a phone. Look at that.
Wonderful. Okay, I want this to bend like that. So I'm going to give it a little more of an exaggerated.
Yeah. Just bending it in a two-dimensional format.
Yeah.
He said the other way he could have done it was turn it over and put the flower together.
Well, I know, but I wouldn't have been able to see the colors. Yes, I could have done that. Okay, so basically what this is this is a flower that's going this way.
I did. I mirrored the image. So I screenshotted it because I probably could have held it down or whatever, but sometimes it's a pain in the butt on the phone. Screenshot, then I brought it into the editor and I flipped the image.
Okay, so that does go like that, and that needs to be. Sometimes I have
Hey, Anthony.
this thing, spatially I get things reversed. So I went in there and it needed to go out.
I can't help you with that.
I know.
Can't go into your brain and edit and flip.
Well, I don't know if I want you.
yeah, I don't know. I want to be in there anyway. They're things that, you know, are your own.
All right, now I made this a little bit smaller, and I made it out of this one because I didn't. This was kind of a dull, crappy color here, and I didn't really like it. But I think I can put it back behind here. Okay, and then those things are going to be coming out of the middle.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now I need some of those long, these hoop-de-doo things. But they're not, this is not really the right color.
No.
They need to be.
Just more, just either like straight up the kind of, you know what you should do is just, you could even use the Posca if you want me to use the Posca on those. Just make them a little more solid or less, you know, patterned.
Okay, here, I'll hand you my remnants here.
Okay. Because I think I got the right orange for you. Just Posca those little buggers.
There we go. All right, now we're going to use Mariah's methodology of, there's one more. Just,
oh, Anthony he's getting his bigger lathe. He's cleaning his shop.
oh. What does that mean?
That means he can make bigger things. He can make up to 18 inches
Oh.
bowls. Not sure if anybody needs a baron that big, though.
No, I don't think so. I think I want to put that back behind. What you think? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Trimmed a little more on that and gave it a bit of an angle.
Mm-hmm. That is the art glitter glue, and then it has the metal nib on it. We did discuss, right? Those are nibs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know that I need that there. I might need it over here a little bit. Yeah, I have my are they stamens?
I think the stamen's the big one in the middle.
Okay, so, okay, where's my picture again?
Right here.
They're very skinny.
Yes, you can buy the nib separately, but some people sell it with the bottles. That is true. And what's nice, it also comes with the pins, because the pins matter.
The what? This is some precision cutting here, folks.
Mm-hmm. Did you notice I left the little ends dark
I see that.
for you?
That was really, really, really super brilliant. We're going to,
Good. Yolanda says we're making the cleaning fun. Okay, I was wondering, because I was like, Gillette, what does she mean? It does not have glitter in it. Whoever was in charge of naming that glue, I think it was just so, because it like holds the glitter down, because it holds like everything, well, not everything, but most things, and does it well. But the name is a little, you know, misleading, perhaps. Yes. And it kind of messes up the nib.
okay, so some of them are going this way, and then some of them are going this way.
Oh. Are you planning on glazing over the whole piece when it's done? And what width?
Oh, sweetie,
no.
I haven't gotten that. I'm still thinking about what to put.
Because I think that because most of this is done with acrylic paints, I don't see why there would be a need to seal it necessarily.
Well, it's going to be framed and put under glass. It's not going to just be hanging out.
Yeah. Oh, I am so sorry. Whew. Oh my God, that is so sweet.
What?
Eddie's little neighbor, their little girl brought Eddie and his brother an orchid for Mother's Day because they don't have a mommy. Yeah.
That makes me cry.
Yeah. Thanks, Eddie. We've already been crying all morning.
Seriously. Okay.
I'm already feeling, yes, emotional.
Yes.
And this week's just been a little
Okay, I don't
nutty.
I don't know how I'm going to do this.
Well, we just repotted our orchid. Hopefully to save its life, because I don't think it was doing so great. Although they're quite hardy. Found that out. More hardy than you think. They can be
Mariah
revived.
kills cactus, so let me tell you.
Hey, that orchid has lasted quite some time. And it blooms.
That it do.
Now, the other thing it was saying is if you put a bulb or a, sorry, what is the cluster of garlic? Clove. There we go. Sorry, brain. You can really get them to, like, really produce.
Oh, yeah?
If you put them in a bulb of garlic. Like, they'll I guess, root into it.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know. Some things, you know.
Okay, well,
Bye, Jeanette.
here we go. I don't really know that this was such a brilliant idea. We shall see. I'm going to...
Do you know how to take care of orchids, Eddie? I've been learning, watching YouTube. P tried to also murder my orchid.
Oh, I just cut off one of its long legs.
And I was like, don't do that. You leave those. It needs those.
I told her, I said, they're
She
aerial,
don't?
they're aerial roots, and the reason that they're doing that is because they think that the mama plant is dying, and they're seeking out new ground. The marble countertop, or whatever the hell that is not going to be something that it's going to be rooting into.
What do y'all think in the chat? I'll send you some videos. There's this one lady. She's pretty good. I'm not annoyed by her. Some people I get annoyed by watching their videos. I'm like, I don't need to know everything. I need to know a little bit of information. Just feed it to me, little spoonfuls. Don't just pour the bucket over me, because then I'm out. Look at you. Oh goodness.
Yeah, we're gonna have to individually glue this.
See, Rhonda says aerial roots are normal. That's what I told her. I said that's what the orchid lady said. She's lopping them off, and I'm like, thank God I came in, because she would have lopped them all off.
I wouldn't have. All I was doing was the one that was sitting on the countertop.
It's fine. It's happy. They like doing that.
Okay, now shall we talk about the ones that my perennials that you pulled up out here because they looked like they were dead?
You've been talking about them every stream since it happened.
I might talk about them again.
She will. She has allergies too. Did y'all know that?
Oh, you just think you're funny, Mariah.
I do. She laughs at it.
No, I'm not laughing.
No. Here, and I'm holding up. Look.
A blank screen. Boy,
Yeah.
that is so helpful.
Are you done?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm
holding this thing over here.
I'm thinking I'm done. I'm done with that. I don't know that I love it yet, but I eventually will.
Oh, repot me. Should I go down there and get the little stuff?
What?
Because they need special little things. Because that was the other thing that was really the biggest problem. It wasn't really us. It was in the wrong pot. And I didn't know that. Like, I figured it was given to me like that, so it was in the right thing. It wasn't getting enough aeration in it. And we kind of kept watering, and I didn't know that this other pot wasn't draining out. Because, again, I was, I had a baby, okay? Like, taking care of the orchid was not high on my list at the time.
This is very true.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay, but hey, you need to look at it because remember I put more water in it than it needed to soak up the sphagnum moss.
Oh, I'm not bringing the pot. I was gonna get the stuff.
No, it's out in the bin.
Okay.
We have this bin on the patio that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna show them, of course, that orchid.
Okay. Wow. Got the hiccups. Now, what I want to do is, if I can find the darn paper. Okay, remember we worked on these. Let's work on these a little bit. And somebody said, you know, those could become marigolds. And I think that they could. I really think that they could. And I think the way you would do that is you would take these petals here and place them on top of these and make these much redder so that they're emulating the inside of a marigold, right? Everybody got that? And maybe make the outside ones even more yellow. That's how I would do that. I think that would be brilliant. But I only have these two. Okay, so this side's better. What I did is I took this stuff and crammed it down into the bottom.
Yes.
Then I put sort of cocooned the little mass of short little roots.
You're supposed to get it up in there because really it's okay to sort of have air pockets. Like it needs to be able to.
Well, in its natural environment,
It grows into the tree.
it grows into the bark of the tree. It'll come in where the little cup is out, and they're parasitic. That's not.
But show them that stuff. But they sell the proper little pots and everything.
Yes. This is Gold Imperial Orchid Mix.
They don't carry this at the Home Depot.
Yeah. And these little things right there, I think those are just like, they're like styrofoamy things. But they're crystally. I don't know if they have some sort of mineral content in it. But the rest of this is just little pieces of bark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And sphagnum moss.
Oh, don't cram it. You don't want to smush the roots.
I didn't.
Lightly pack, yes.
That's what I did. I wrapped it around and then I just kind of put it down in there on top of this stuff.
Yeah.
So, we shall see. We shall see. All right.
We need to get with Rhonda. Rhonda seems to know these things.
About, the orchids?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, the amazing fact is that this one is still alive, and I don't know how old it is. It's,
like I said,
it's 10 or 12 years old.
No, not that old.
You had it before we ever moved here. We've been here for 4 years.
And I had it before Izzy. I got it for my birthday from Mimi.
Patricia.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
So
before
it's
Izzy.
8 to 10 years old.
We haven't been here that long.
How long have you been here?
Since 2015. November 2015. So it really is, almost 2016.
8 years.
Okay. So probably about that.
Because it was kind of a housewarming. I mean, it was the first
My first birthday here,
at
I
the
think.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all want to know all that?
You all want to know all that? Isn't that interesting? All right, so
It blooms every year.
we need to make some orchid, because we've got this one and this one. Now, this one I've got little pods, and I don't know what I did with my little pods. Aha! These are the little pods that go with this, and this is what the orchid looks like before it ever starts blooming out.
Oh.
Or the lily. I'm sorry, not orchid. This is a lily. And this is a lily. And what I need for you to do, Mariah, if you would, could you go and look for the ways that the stem attaches to the flower? Because that's kind of the next really important
I need a backside view.
thing, because this flower is kind of upside down. It's leaning like this, and I think this really needs a little bit more of that ain't it.
Oh, here, that's a pretty big one. Here, is this what you're kind of wanting? Oh, Susan knows all about orchids too. She got her stuff from Lowe's, but she just bought the sphagnum moss and bark.
Okay, so basically what I need here is I need some pieces to come up here.
Well, now you're getting into your green.
I need some pieces to come up here.
And then your green.
And it needs to be kind of a yellowish green. Okay, I can do that. I can do that. Yeah, I don't need those. I just have a whole bunch of stuff here that I don't really need, and I don't have anything here, but I do need. Where's my, some of my paper that I have here?
Oh, is Diane behind?
I need, oh, this might be good. I need my scissors back, Mariah.
Oh, do you? Okay. Here you go.
Okay, don't lose that picture right now.
Well, I know I went out to get the little potting mix stuff, and the kids next door hollered at me. Is Izzy home? No, she's not. Oh, here. There, look at that. I don't have to hold it.
Okay, so that's coming. Well, here's the problem is I don't have the configuration that I need for that. So we're just going to have to improvise here and make this work, folks.
Mm-hmm.
And we can do it.
I believe that you can.
Now see, do I want that on that side or do I want that on that side?
Oh, I'm sorry, Darcy. Darcy's got COVID. Poor girl.
I'm really, I feel for you.
I know, I've been seeing the orchids at the garden centers and stuff, and I'm like, ooh. I tell you, if I can get this one going again, I might get another one and put it in the window. It's a perfect spot for it, because one of the things that Susan was talking about is that in the winter they don't turn the heat up past 60, which P would love to come stay with you.
Well, I'm telling everybody around here, get
but it's a
clothes on their
little
paper.
kind of bay window type thing, so I think it stays really cool over there, and it's the cold side of the house, so it's probably perfect for it.
All right, that's how we're gonna hide our stem.
There you go. I like it.
You know,
I think that works, and it's a fantasy. It's like not a exact.
it's in the spirit.
Oh, bye, Patricia.
It's
Thanks for hanging.
in the spirit of.
Yes. Oh goodness! I think Diane's had it for 3 weeks now.
COVID?
Yeah.
Well, you know, we never were diagnosed.
She swears that we had it.
I swear we had it.
It was like way early on, like before it was all becoming a big thing.
We were sick for a month.
Yeah. And I suppose some people would present differently.
Well, and the whole thing is...
We were never bad, but we were never good.
No, I felt like I was going to die.
Oh, yeah, you kind of...
I really, honestly, I was ready to give it up.
Are you talking about when we came back from Colorado?
Yes.
Oh, yes. That actually was, like, I think each one of us kind of had 2 or 3 days that was like, holy cow.
Yes. It was.
But then it just lingered on.
Yeah, the coughing. Yeah, the really bad symptoms where you just couldn't even make it out of bed, those lasted for, well, I don't know, a week. Really bad symptoms.
Oh, Susan wants to know, are you going to put those dark fuzzy staining parts on the ends of the stamens?
You know, I was reaching for, I've got a thing over here that I think is going to be perfect for that. But look at this.
Ooh, very nice. That's a proper looking flower there. Stem and all. Just need some leaves.
Well, what are the I didn't see any leaves there.
Well, and actually remember,
The lilies are the long...
This is technically what your stem should be, color-wise.
Well, it isn't in that picture you just showed me.
No, because I think that was kind of like a newer one. It's like, I think once they're more established, they seem to have that darker stem. Maybe. So maybe it doesn't really totally matter. Or it could be whatever variety.
It absolutely could, and they all look different. So I'm not, I'm not even concerned about that. But look at that stem, y'all. Holy moly.
See, that's one of the
Darker ones. Yes, and I need little dark, need dark dots on my...
A little thing.
End of my... I think they're stamens.
Yeah, that's what... I trust Susan. Just they have spiky looking leaves up the stems.
Yes, like this. That's what I remember. And here I am tearing up pieces off of the thing that I just... I think that's brilliant.
Here, you need things like this.
Okay, could you make me 1, 2, 3, 4 more of those?
Handing them off is tricky.
Hey, gluing them on is
Tricky.
tricky too. This is what I really like about this glue. You know that old saying, a little dab will do you?
Mm-hmm.
Now once it's on there, you might as well forget moving about the cabin.
Yeah, it's not like slide it around and make some decisions kind of glue.
No,
it's
not.
like, this is where I'm going to put it glue.
You can't be willy-nilly on this.
These scissors are poop. That one's a little gloppy, but that's alright. Don't be judgy. Oh. Susan says it looks really great, P.
Thank you, ma'am. We're building this.
She worked in a nursery as a florist before she was a kindergarten teacher. I tell you, Susan, you've had some interesting. She also knows a lot about birds because they used to own a bird store.
Oh.
Yeah. Also worked as a dispatcher for a garbage company, a construction worker, grocery clerk, manager. Hello. This is why you're an interesting person.
That's right, because you haven't just done one thing in your whole life.
Yeah.
I did a lot of different things too before. I was a late bloomer. That's what I'm going to say. And that's,
I think pretty much my dad was like, would you please just pick something and do something?
and get your degree. I mean, I had enough
I'm
hours.
an adult.
I've had enough hours for a master's degree. But
We have 2 kids. We'd like to,
I just thought,
get a job.
I'm having a really good time going. I could be a full-time student. I really honestly
I
could.
think Dad really enjoyed it too.
Yeah, we both liked our college experience. Okay, Mariah, I'm going to have you glue this down. Por favor. And I'm going to see.
Well, this is a tiger lily. But then there was much discussion about orchids. But this
Yes.
particular flower is based loosely
Okay.
on the tiger lily.
Now, here's the thing. You know, when you're making your stem for these little jobbers.
Are you going to leave it puffy? Or are you going to smush it? You said you were going to smush it down.
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I'm not feeling smushy.
Oh, she'll smush a carnation that someone else makes, but she makes some beautiful rounded stems and they get to stay puffy.
Well.
You got 30 minutes, 29 to be exact.
Okay, so I've got this. Oh, I didn't want to take that away. I need to get my flowers out of here because this is.
Diane, I lasted. So Diane, she lasted about half an hour as a waitress. I did a week. I was like, this is not my thing. It's terrible.
I was waitress, but even worse is I worked in a bar. And I'll tell you what, you get a pretty dim view of humanity. It's all fun and games when everybody's drinking and jolly ho-ho, but if you're the one delivering the stuff to the
to the
drunk people, yeah. After a while, I just got nasty. And I just had no pains for it. I just thought I was rude.
They owned a honky-tonk.
Okay. Now, we've got this. Did you find me a picture of
Hello, Joanne.
of lily leaves? Por favor, my dear. Alright, so Mariah glued this down, but she didn't get all the edges here. And that's okay. It doesn't matter. Because now I can come in with this glue that instantly glues down anything. Just because I don't know if I'm going to need that. Probably won't. But anywhere where there is a possible, might need that.
Ah. Hey, look at that. With a bunch of them budding out. How's that?
Okay, so there's multiples on the stem.
Bye, Fran.
Well, okay. I can kind of. I don't know that this is the material that I need though. I need a more solid green, like perhaps this. What do you think?
The greens that I'm seeing are a little brighter, but again, I don't know that that necessarily matters. Here, that's kind of a better view. I don't know if you'll see it more so, but
well, and see those are well, and it's where the sun is shining. And see, look at the mottling on the leaves.
yeah.
That might be it. Now I do have this green, but I think that's just too minty.
Well, yeah, I think so.
And that's do love that. Okay.
Oh, Susan did the waitress thing. One shift she worked.
I'll tell you what. I am always nice to my wait staff
Yes.
because I know that not everyone is.
I worked in
And
retail for 3
if-
months. I broke out in hives. People were mean. It was in the bridal. Macy's. It was horrible. People are mean.
Those they sold ugly dishes. Mom, I just can't do it anymore. They sell ugly dishes.
And they stress me out, and these women are mean.
And these people come in. They're all snotty and
Yeah. Yeah, that was stressful. It's still, even when I think about it, it stresses me out.
I don't think about that.
Yeah, I don't want to think about that. Did we glue the tissue paper to another paper to give it more stability? Yes.
Yes, we did on this one. This one right here. But now the one I made the stems from, and I don't know, do you love this? You know, we're fantasy flowering. Screw it. We can do anything we want. I don't know what I'm getting all worried about the actual color of something. I really like this paper. I'm going to use this paper.
Use it. I'm all for it. Oh.
This is by golly how you do it. Sitting here
Yeah.
worrying
Just-
about.
Yeah, I think you were giving it way too much thought.
You know, that's what's wrong with me sometimes. I do that.
Yeah, you
And
just-
I know I overthink things and I get so angry at myself for doing that. Now, if I was really anally retentive, I could slit a hole in that. And,
Exactly. Devin says, screw it. Make that flower your fantasy. That's right. We're having fun. Flowers should not be stressful.
there we go. Oh my gosh, look at how good these look. I'm afraid we're going to have to flatten out our stem if we're going to
Yeah. Attached properly.
if we're going to have
Now, you
leaf.
could round your little things and have more attachment then. But then, again, are you having them come up off the page? If you do that, then you're going to want to probably do something to the back side of them.
I did a really nice job of gluing that down
You
to
did.
the tabletop. There we go. Okay, I think what I'm going to do here is just glue some leaves together and then I can glue two down at once. Oh, look at that.
Wonderful. Call that a twofer. Yeah, and that's exactly right, Deb. That is looking lovely.
I think so too.
Now, are you following a Fibonacci series there?
No.
Okay.
And we'll keep some more of this material so that when we come in and if we want to make the stem a lot longer, we can do that. All right, look at that. I had to do this flower because I think it was Deb C. said that looks like tiger lilies to me, and I was just like,
And then you was
I
stuck in
am
your
going
head.
to make that happen because I think that is so, yeah.
Awesome.
Alrighty. What's next? Oh, I love this. This is the best ever leaf paper I've made.
Well, we have about 20 minutes. I don't know if you want to get the board out and start kind of arranging them a little bit.
Well, we could.
Just to kind of have a little trial run at them.
So we can see what we've got. Now, here's going to be the problem. I don't know how.
We're going to fit in what we can. And that'll also be a little trial run on maybe the next time we pull the camera up further.
Yeah, because I need to go in that way. All right, well, let's just put them down on at least on the white paper.
Yeah,
you know.
that'll be fun.
That'll be fun. And
now,
here's
and what I might even do is just, you know.
And here's another one of my fantasy flags. And I've decided what I need to do with this one, because I think it is a little octopusy. Thank you. Is I'm going to trim off some of this and make it a little, so it's a little more like this.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Uh-huh.
Think that would be more better?
More better.
Okay, well, that's where that one's going to go.
Hey, and if you'll be a real doll.
Yeah.
And make sure they're laid out really beautifully, and then I can just come back and get a screenshot of this, and then I don't even have to, like, do it.
Oh, look at you. Well, if you would hand me my board, which is over there.
Okay.
That would be.
And then I'm even gonna turn off our things first, our cameras. I'm like, I keep thinking about trying this technique.
Okay, so here we are with this big old board.
The big old board.
Big old board. Oh my gosh, it's already got goo on it. God darn Izzy.
I was gonna say, you left it near the area. Her area.
Where I'm gonna choke her down.
Alright, I'm gonna turn off our, well, I'm gonna let you get them all out there, and then I'll turn it off. So then I can get a shot of it. Left in the goo zone, exactly. She'll even say, why is this on my table? This isn't mine. Like, well, yeah, have you noticed all the things you've left on my table?
Here's another little leafy party thing.
All right, your big purple flower is the end of
This is it.
what we can see. Yes, there you go. You need to move your one orange one up. That one, then you just hide your hand.
Okay.
There we go.
Spiky flowers. I don't know. I'm just not feeling an arrangement.
Do you want me to come at it? It's
Where's-
like putting
where are
together
all
a
of my-
puzzle.
What?
You got something stuck to your arm. That one.
Tape. Where are all of my little similar flowers?
I don't know.
Uh-oh. Missing flowers. Here they are.
She just
Well, I
found them.
very obviously need a whole lot more leaves.
Oh, yes, and thank you, Wendy. Those of you that have come in, do give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. We very much appreciate them. Super helpful. Also, remember to come back. Leave those comments, because whatever stream between, what I think we started on May 2nd, that stream until now, I will, once we hit our 6,000 subscriber mark, we will figure out which stream has the most comments, and from those will be entered into the giveaway. So, you want to make sure and come back and you have left those comments. It's going to be a big one. In fact, we got another box of stuff from Maya, and we're going to go through that probably maybe on Sunday.
Yes. We need
to go
number
through-
one, I did not want to get it out with Izzy
Yes,
here.
because she will want things.
Yes, she and I'll tell you what, she's sneaky. she steals your stuff and she's gone. And then
they can't see you right now. I have the thing off.
oh, she steals our stuff and then.
I can turn you back on.
Okay, so I had a cute little dog charm.
Oh yeah, I'm sure she was all over that.
Well, and I know where she got it. It was in the bead box. See, the bead box is right at her right now. I moved it down. Used to be up on top of the purple dresser.
Yep.
Way back.
Yep.
Couldn't see it. Now she sees it. And I've caught her in there twice. And I said, sweetie, I do not mind. And you need to ask. We said, some of those, I don't mind.
Yeah.
But some of them,
I mind.
I mind. Okay, Chi-Chi, she says. Okay. All right, well, let's hear. I'm just looking at this.
You need to start overlapping them, and then you're going to get a better sense of where they need to go.
Well, I know, but then I'm covering up my flower that I've worked really hard on.
Well, maybe you should turn it into a little book and give each flower its own page. That's an option.
Certainly is. No, I'm feeling that option.
Tamari, we do not.
What did she say?
She wants to know if we have a vase yet. We're just getting into the arrangement.
Yes.
And then I think, depending on the flowers and the colors there, she's going to decide on the vase. Or maybe they're going to go into a book and be loved on, one by one.
I'm not wasting any of this paper that I spent hours on.
Yeah, makes sense. Please watch your finger. You're making me nervous. Oh, Deb says she votes for the Book of Flowers. Oh, Miriam's book was fantastic.
Oh, it was so cute.
I was like, yeah.
There we go. And I think this flower needs kind of big leaves. What do you think? What are you thinking?
I don't know. You're going to have to cover some things up. That's just, you know, how the flowers are arranged. How the cookie crumbles. This is making her upset. And what does Darcy say? Have them stick out of the top a vase-shaped book. Oh. Could be an accordion type thing.
Yeah. Oh, I kind of like that.
I love that idea. Or even just a regular book. But then you can layer them. Kind of how, the one, where are you? Do you remember how Pig.
Oh.
Here, so show people this. And remember that this goes all the way through it. But this was my, God, I don't even remember what the, I can't remember what the theme of it was.
This is the one that you sat with me because this is now the middle of my bracelet tree.
Yes. So it doesn't have a stand anymore.
Yeah. Now, this is really hard because these little guys,
You gotta, get them apart.
they're kind of married up because...
And this was that Krylon spray.
All right. Now, some of them don't come apart at the bottom.
Yeah,
No, they don't. They fold.
Yeah, they fold. Because it's a meandering accordion.
But look, isn't it wonderful? But how are my flowers going to work?
Well, I'm just saying, as far as how it stacks and thinking about... Now, yours could be a regular book, I believe. I think it should be a regular book. And then you could even arrange it a lot like how I did Visions in Technicolor. Remember how I took those cool pictures of it when it was topside?
Oh, yeah.
So they could all hang out. So there are some really fantastic ideas. Thank you, Darcy. Yes, 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 yes.
I like that idea because then I think you can lay them out and you can see each flower when you take the book apart.
Oh, like that?
Like
yeah, that's going to get a
this.
little tricky. But then they can all kind of come together.
Come back together.
But remember, that was tricky. But I like the idea.
I don't. No, I want the foldy part. I'm not talking about the where. The foldy part's going to be the vase. And then
they come
each flower
will have a page.
Will have a page and its own little vase.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, we need to. That's I love this.
Yeah, no, this is definitely. I have to involve Mariah on this because this is a little out of my scope of.
I'm all over it. I'm on board. This whole laying out on a canvas thing makes me.
Well, and now I don't. We're going to have to figure out something
that could be the cover.
Okay.
Or the very back of the book or something, you know, where it's kind of something special.
Yes, and we could even have, you know, it. Yeah, for the form.
Or the centerfold.
Or the centerfold. That it would actually, we could have this part coming up above the page, but then the main parts here would be on the page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, hopefully we can get this done in the whole month of May.
Well, we have till, it's not due till June, right?
No, this is May. Arty Blooms.
This is Blooms.
Arty Blooms.
Well, we better move along.
We better. We might have to do some off-camera work.
Yes.
But that's okay.
I'm very excited about this because I want these to be... Now, what about, though, the backs of my flowers?
Well, you could even glue them front to back. So less pages. The book can work both ways.
But I want them to stick up.
I know that.
But what's going to be on this side?
Other flowers. So the book will work both ways. You can make arrangements so then that way when you flip it, no matter which way.
So
and then
I have
if you
to make
see white stuff showing, we can come in and dab it away or, you know, fill it in with leaves.
So basically I need to make the back part of each flower now.
No. Okay, one more round coming up this. All the flowers that you have there, I believe we can make work. Some of them, I believe, will even be in little clusters. Like if they have friends, they don't need a separate page. We can use those and cluster them together on maybe some of those bigger ones that poke out. Fill that in. If there are any white areas on either side, those are then filled in with leaves. And leaves, we need to make front and back greenery. That is front and back, so that way no matter which way we cut it, it's going to fill in areas both sides.
Okie dokie.
Yes. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Belinda. But thanks for hanging. Thanks for coming in. All right, guys. Well, we I know it's
now. See, look, this I could even make this work.
Exactly. See, now your brain's
paint the leaf. Paint the leaf. And they're actually going to be more interesting.
But don't start sticking things together because what's going to be helpful is that is actually even going to hide little stems because we can use the same stems and see that's going to give more of the base look anyway because then it becomes a three-dimensional object. Yeah, I'm all over this.
Me too. And I'm really thinking that I have enough stuff.
Yeah.
That I can make the other side of this one look like this one, sort of.
She's kind of going right.
I want it off the page. I want this side to show.
I know that. I'm gonna have to work with her. I'm gonna work with her. All right, guys, we're going to head out a little bit early because we've got a little kindergarten graduation thing to head on to. And I hear that they are back, so we need to make sure she's kind of cleaned up, ready to go, maybe even shove some food in her face. Who knows? Thank you guys once again for hanging out with us. We very much appreciate it. Come back, leave those comments. That's how you're going to get entered into the giveaway if this is the big stream. Otherwise, go back to some of the earlier ones. Make sure you have left your comments there because you want to make sure, because we're getting close, certainly getting close. And otherwise, we will see you back here on Sunday. Thanks for hanging. Bye, guys.
Bye.